Good Friday morning to everybody. Thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information for the northern mid-Atlantic region, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the daily video forecast discussion for this Friday, the 6th of December 2013. The Arctic cold front's already moving through and temperatures are plummeting now. They're down about 6, 7, 8 degrees across northwestern New Jersey this morning. Surface observations before dawn this morning. Cold front now. This is the Arctic front now, which is coming through northeastern Pennsylvania, northwestern New Jersey, parts of the Hudson Valley now. Also getting in on this. Cold front is rapidly spreading to the south and east, and these winds here, which are now out of the south in central and southern New Jersey with some fog across the region, especially in southeastern Pennsylvania and lots of Long Island where there's watches and warnings out here for the fog advisories, which that will get washed away during later this morning as the front completely clears the region, and as a result drier air moving in behind it and falling dew points and temperatures means that this fog will be out of here. But there's some dense fog in this region this morning out of Newark and in New York City and proper out into Long Island, and the fog that's across southeastern Pennsylvania and parts of southern New Jersey that will also be lifted during this morning as the Arctic front makes its way through. Already we're finding temperatures at Mount Pocono and Avoca Scranton at 40 degrees. Parts of northwestern New Jersey already down to 40 degrees and dropping. In fact, temperatures over the last hour in parts of Warren and Sussex County have dropped about 7 or 8 degrees as the front came through. And there is some light rain associated with this as the Arctic front moves through the region during this morning, and temperatures are still in the upper 50s to low and mid 60s in central and southern New Jersey and the Philadelphia metropolitan area as the front is still to make its way through this morning. We can see the crashing and the drying of the air. Look at the dew points here at Avoca Scranton and Mount Pocono. The dew points already down into the upper 30s, while dew points in central and southern New Jersey, where the front hasn't reached just yet, are still at 60. So the air is quite saturated to the south, but lots of drying and winds already picking up out of the north-northwest here at 10, 15 gusts to 20 miles an hour in parts of northwestern New Jersey this morning. Watches, warnings, and advisories will start along the coast with small craft advisories on the south shore of Long Island until 6 p.m. on Friday evening. Also on the Jersey Shore facing beaches until 6 p.m. on Friday evening. These are for freshening winds out of the northwest and seas building to 4 to 6 feet across the route. Also, we have dense fog advisories now for all of the New York Harbor, all of New York City, Long Island, the 5 boroughs, also the coastal waters south of Connecticut, the north shore of Long Island until 8, also parts of interior central and southern Connecticut until 8 a.m. this morning. Once the front goes through, mixing will occur and the fog will be lifting across the region, and these will be expiring proper at around 8 a.m. this morning. Also, those fog advisories for northeastern New Jersey will be expiring at 8 o'clock this morning too. And for tomorrow morning, the only advisories we have for winter weather advisories are outside of our forecast region, but parts of northeastern Pennsylvania will see winter weather advisories for a mixture of snow and sleet, where the precipitation will be ending until 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. And obviously these watches, warnings, and advisories will begin to fill in again once you're north of 78 and 80 and west of 287. Probably for Saturday night, they'll start putting them into effect maybe early Sunday morning, and that would be for the wintry weather that we're expecting Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and Monday morning across this route. Surface weather map this morning from weatherroanoke.com, and digital atmosphere software shows the northern edge of this Arctic front now making its way through northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania and southeastern Pennsylvania soon. This will completely pass through the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area within the next couple of hours. On the southern end of this front, that's where it's becoming nearly stationary, and we see a few waves of low pressure already in the Gulf and some anafrontal precipitation. This is precipitation behind the cold front, which all of this will be conspiring and moving northeast back over the forecast region during later this afternoon, especially during tonight and tomorrow morning, and that's where some of this precipitation may begin to mix with the colder Arctic air in place, and then therefore some ice pellets and some snow to end the picture here in northwestern New Jersey and the Poconos tomorrow morning. For the aviational weather deck, it's a smattering of stuff going on this morning. Here is the boundary where the Arctic front, the winds have already shifted around across northwestern New Jersey and into the Poconos. Points to the north and west of this line, north of Trenton, probably around Trenton, into around Newark now and New York City, just ahead of New York City actually. The winds are all out of the north-northwest and they're beginning to gust. We notice the temperatures are falling off rapidly. Temperatures once again in the 60s across central and southern New Jersey as of this recording. Temperatures already in the upper 40s with dew points falling rapidly across northeastern Pennsylvania, northwestern New Jersey. Obviously, we have MVFR and IFR conditions where we have some fog across central and eastern Long Island, also out of Newark and New York City. There's some fog this morning too, and these observations at 6:30 in the morning. So the temperature in New York City Central Park at 54. There is some light rain. Visibility is 3 miles with some fog. It's all going to get washed away very shortly. And VFR conditions will return briefly this afternoon before IFR conditions return late tonight into tomorrow morning with more rain on the way, and some of that rain will be in the form of a mixture of sleet and even ending as some snow across portions of the route here west of 287 and also north of 78 and along Route 80 here in northern New Jersey out towards the Poconos and Pennsylvania region. And we probably are going to get into VFR conditions again on Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and early Sunday morning, and then deteriorating back to IFR conditions Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and early Monday morning once again. Terminal forecast out of Newark, some light rain and fog this morning, and ceilings improving with broken skies at 3,000 feet, winds out of the northwest at 11 gusts to 20 knots. Those winds freshening up during this afternoon, backing around to the northeast late tonight. Late this afternoon with 2 miles in light rain, broken ceilings, overcast at 1,200 feet. And from late tonight into early tomorrow morning, or yes, we're expecting northwest winds at around 12 knots, broken ceilings at 2,500, and some scattered clouds as well. The winds will be kind of gusty as the Arctic air moves into the region during this afternoon, and then IFR conditions returning overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Philadelphia, basically the same thing. IFR conditions improving to MVFR and VFR later this morning, and then back to IFR conditions tonight, tomorrow morning, and then improving to VFR briefly again before going back to IFR on Sunday, Sunday night, and Monday morning. NAMWRF high resolution composite and reflectivity forecast from Penn State's eWall site shows the showers moving through along the Arctic front. And by late this morning, some of those showers will move through the region as they are doing now, and then we'll get a little bit of a break this afternoon. But more rain is on the way from late this afternoon into this evening with crashing temperatures. So it's going to be a very cold rain and a gusty north to northwest wind, even though the rain is coming in behind the cold front. So more rain is on the way for late this afternoon, tonight, and early tomorrow morning as that wave of low pressure moves up and along the frontal boundary. Some of the precipitation will finally exit the region tomorrow morning in the form of some ice pellets or even some light snow. Very little accumulation is expected on the ground, but higher elevations in the Poconos and parts of northwestern New Jersey may see a dusting or even a light coating of ice or perhaps some snow on the ground. Most likely ice would be what you're looking at for there. And then that wave of low pressure pushes the front further offshore with colder air and much drier conditions spreading into the forecast region, with skies becoming mostly sunny late Saturday morning into the early afternoon, but clouds begin to increase rapidly again Saturday evening and Sunday morning, and precipitation knocks on our back door again, probably starting out in the form of snow across the Delmarva region and also into central, southern, and northern New Jersey during the afternoon and in the city. And this is where the forecast again gets tricky for Sunday night's travel into Monday morning. This is the NAM mean sea level pressure and also shows the precipitation type forecast going into motion here. And we really want to pay attention to past the Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday morning situation, as high pressure still shows a damming situation here where cold air is getting locked into the eastern United States along the east side of the Appalachian Mountains. That means that high pressure is forcing itself down the east side of the mountains, and that's allowing the air to remain very cold and dry as precipitation overspreads the region from this wave of low pressure. And also this wave of low pressure back in through the Tennessee and Ohio Valley, which will be heading up towards the Great Lakes region. As this isentropic lift and warm air advection overrides the cold Arctic boundary in place, snow will break out across the region during Sunday afternoon and throughout most of the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metro area, possibly beginning as possibly mixing with some sleet and then eventually rain from Philadelphia, central and southern New Jersey, and the coastal region south. And we have warm temperatures off the Atlantic waters. We're going to be dealing with the thermal profile where temperatures are in the 40s to around 50 along the immediate coast. Those are coastal water temperatures. And inland temperatures will be in the lower 20s across the hills of northwestern New Jersey, southeastern New York, and the Poconos of northwestern Pennsylvania. This kind of thermal difference is going to set up an overrunning event here where precipitation will fall in the form of snow and then eventually mix with ice pellets and then rain as the warm air rides over the top of the polar dome, or the Arctic dome rather. And here's our low pressure area by Monday morning, or Sunday night actually, and we can already see the NAM beginning to mix over to rain along the coast and in the city, and all rain now for Philadelphia and the Delmarva region. Northwestern New Jersey, once again, west of 287, north of 78, and Interstate 80 is where the cold air will hold on the longest at the surface, and that's where we could get appreciable snow of about a couple of inches and ice. That's the main travel problem as all of this gets compacted down, and we could even have a very early first burst of snow across the region on Sunday afternoon as the precipitation gets going. So definitely, if you're traveling on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and Monday morning in these areas, you're going to have to be very mindful. I'm sure watches or warnings or at least advisory level criteria will probably go up from the National Weather Service either later today, tonight, or tomorrow. Once this moves through, we're generally getting into we're generally getting into a slight clearing trend, but there is one more wave of low pressure to move through the region, and this graphic doesn't show it because the NAM model only goes out to 84 hours. Switching over to the GFS, we can find that wave now moving off the mid-Atlantic coast states on Monday night and Tuesday morning, ending the precipitation across the region as high pressure begins to build in and a westerly flow here across the region. And high pressure will continue to build into the forecast region, keeping our weather generally dry for the most part. There is somewhat of an inverted wave here, access here moving off the coast, and this would be for Monday night, early Tuesday morning, or actually even Tuesday afternoon. If this is possible, some frozen precipitation once again could occur over portions of the Delmarva south of Philadelphia and into the water here, and we'll monitor that obviously, but this is also part of our forecast region. And then once that's out of here, that's it. High pressure builds in, and generally near seasonable to below seasonal weather in the offing for the rest of the week. And we just want to stop there and focus any further beyond this forecast package. So this discussion has ran very long today, and there's a lot of weather obviously to talk about, and we'll have further updates in live feeds via Twitter and Facebook feeds on both websites, and also live coverage will be going up to cover both events, both tonight into tomorrow morning, and the main event for Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and Monday morning. And for all your weather updates, you know where to go. It's Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.com. Blogspot.com. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. Will be back bright and early with you on Monday morning. I do have an event on Sunday, so I will not be in house per se, but I will be monitoring everything in live feeds on both websites. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again on Monday morning in video form.